is for totally absolute beginner. If you are a coding start today, you are at the right place. Today I'm going to show only the HTML. We will not learn here, not CSS, not JavaScript, but we will start with the HTML. You don't need any experience. You just have the mind to learn. Okay, so first, this project like demonstrate HTML tag only. Okay, they are uses through a simple web page. I will show you the web page. You are going to build this along with me. So we will study about the heading and the list and order list and order list, and also the image tag. And you will study about the form in HTML. There is no CSS. This is only with the HTML, and the article title, like the kinds of title and format, HTML format. And you will study about the right to left languages like in HTML, and also you will study about media like playing video here. So playing video, and you are studying about the sending email with only HTML. So these are the final project you will be written with me along the video. And at the end of the video, you can able to host your project in GitHub. So you will study about Git also. You can share your project through online, okay, through the world. So something like this. So before we start driving into the coding, I would like to share you about HTML history. So HTML version 1, which is released in 1991, it is like created by Tim Berners-Lee. The basic structure of web page with elements such as heading, paragraph, and link. And also HTML 2.0 is after 4 years, 1995. This is like introduce the form at this time, table, and the ability to embed the images. So like HTML version 2 was the first format sophistication. So at this time it's improving, and then 3.2 later on 1997, after 2 years, at support for style sheet. At this time, we can start writing with the CSS and the table scripting language like JavaScript as well. So this version also introduced that new embedded like form and the center. And the version 4 was introduced after 2 years, 1999. So make a significant update within the introduction of document object model DOM, with support for complex style with CSS, and the separation of content from presentation. So it was released in the 2001, like minor update of the HTML 4.0. So after that, we are going to study about HTML5. So this is release date was 2014. So the last version of HTML, as I said, we will study today, and the new semantic element like article. So it's included in that HTML5, like session and the footer, as well a new form control API for audio, video. As I mentioned, we will study about audio, video, and the offline storage, and HTML5 emphasis like user experience across various devices like mobile phone, tablet, and so on. So we will write to make sure every device, this project will be readable from every different device. So we will study about it as well. So this is very important. So let's do the coding. Before coding, I want you to choose the IDEs. IDEs mean like we need to have like integrated development environment, test editor. So we call test editor. So we can use the Visual Studio Code. It's open source and everything is free, so you can download. So for me, I will use Visual Studio Code and the Sublime Text as well, and the other Atom, bracket, and then Notepad. And you can grab the editor you want. And also if you don't want to download, you can right now for Steady, you can go and write the code in the online editor like CodePen. So it is also you can start coding there. You don't need to download the application and software and so on. At the end of the video, we will use the W3C market validation service, which is you can upload your HTML file to validate the accurate code is validate your file. You know, there is an error or bags or something like this. Perfect. So I will go and download Visual Studio Code, then download for Mac. In your case, if it is you using different platform, you can download in different platform. After that, you open the file and you follow the instruction. You open the VS Code, you are good to go. So we will go back to our documentation. So this documentation I will provide in YouTube description, so you can go and check and study as a note. So you can keep for your own. Like we will have the note for every tag we will study today. Perfect. So I will move ahead in here and we'll wait here. But for me, I have already installed, but I want you to show how you can grab the IDE. So after that, I open that file, then boom, you have your Visual Studio Code. You just grab into the application folder, application folder, and for me I have one, so I will stop copying, and if you don't have, you should grab there in the application folder, then you can open the VS Code. So for now, I would like to create new folder with in the desktop, so I will call HTML. Okay, so in that folder I will drag that folder into the VS Code. So by doing that, your folder is there. Okay, so it is in here. In your case, you may have the window in the that side. So yeah, we can drag, no problem. And so there will be a folder here. So then after that, I will create the file. So in called index.html. So in every HTML file, you have to end with .html because it is very important. We have to work with the extension as well. So that's why we need to know about it. And when you call the website, for example, www.example.com, so every time when you call the website, their entry point is index.html. So every website, they have index.html. That's why we write here index.html. So perfect. You the structure of the HTML. So it's very simple in the image with the image. So let's look here. Let me make a little bit bigger so you can see here. This one, like in every HTML file, it should have the doc type structure, like we see in here. Doc type structure. After that, the root element of HTML document. Okay, so here, like this is the root HTML. After that, we must have the heading. So that heading will be the page title. So after that, we will have the body. So that body will present the present the viewer or about what information you want to show in the website. Let's say we have H1 here is a heading and the P as a paragraph. So we will say like this is that welcome from the website as a heading, and then as a paragraph you can say about that website, and the another paragraph and the closing tag, body tag. So in HTML, every tag open and close tag we should have, and then for the entire tag we have to wrap with HTML closing tag again. So this is the HTML structure. So let's write the accurate code in. So here, like we have to start with the HTML.type. So in here we have HTML version 5 as I mentioned. So we will use like this. So after you just create it, you have the necessary code which has been written for you. So let me introduce you the extension I'm using. So you go to the extension here, or you can go extension in the help, and then you type exten. So in here you will see the extension, this one. So under the view, so you go into the view and you will see the extension here, or you can go with the shortcut like control extension like this. Okay, so here you will see the extension. Then what you can type is prettier. Okay, prettier. So prettier, yeah, this one, which is really nice. It is especially for code formatting. When you write the code, your code is going from one index to another, so it is at this time it is not in the line. You can format documents or with the shortcut, no problem. So format, now it's going back to the beautiful code format style. So, and also I would like you to install live server. So that live server is really nice. So you can open your HTML without refreshing again and again. So I have already installed, and then so this is the structure of the HTML. So let's look again. So this is top type. It is nothing concerned about the it is not a HTML tag. It is just declaring that file is HTML file for the browser. Okay, and then this is HTML root tag with the language as a default English. And then we will have the heading. Inside the heading, we have the heading title for that website. This is the media tag. I will explain you in the here, like media. This is like character encoding to UDF8. That UDF8 is stand for the character of the every single words and single alphabet. So to present the words format correctly in the browser, we use that meta tag. And for the viewport, like ensure proper rendering on different device. Like when you run your code, we want to make sure that code is readable in different platform. That's why we include that one. And for the title, like I said, it is for the document title of our website. Then in the body, we will start writing our actual code. In the body, like I said, we will present what we want. So here we will write I will make side by side so you can see very clearly. I will go back like this, and the simple web page, we will leave it like that, and I will run with the live server. Go live. Okay, so I will put aside, and then this will be our HTML UI. So we don't need to switch tab between like this. Okay, so perfect. And we will be written the code in here. For example, H1, if I type hello world, if I type something, you don't need to refresh, the UI is there. Perfect. So we will start writing the code here. The project we have is welcome to my enhanced web page. So to write the header, we can say this is the header. We can define inside our body, like every website, it should have a header. Okay, header, and the session, or we can say main, and then inside after that we can say footer, the footer. So this is the layout of every website you should present. I mean, it's not a mess, but you should present. So we should have header. Let's say inside header tag, we can define the header for the header tag using the header tag. Like this is HEAD header, HEAD header. So you will see there, and this is main. Okay, and this is footer. So there are three layers. Here is header, here is main, and here is footer. So every website they have like this. So let's go back to our UI. So welcome to my enhanced website. So we will write the header tag. Inside the header tag, we will have the h1. So like I said, we have h1 to 6 for the heading. So h1, we will use the h1 tag. So this will be heading like with the bold and big font letter, and then we will have the navigation. So for the navigation, as you see, we have like home. If I click home, it's go into the home. If I click above, it go into the above. So this is we call navigation. So we will write navigation in after the h1. So for the navigation, in HTML we have nav. It's a short form for the navigation. You know, as we see, navigation element represent so navigation element represent a section of a page that link to other page or two part within the page. As you see, so we will use at this time two part within the page. Okay, so I will close the nav tag with the closing tag. Then after that, we will write the order list. So this is an order list. So we have order list and an order list. So we will use the that dot and order list. So here I will show you the URL. So this is order list for navigation item. Okay, so you may study about the what is order list and what is an order list. Okay, let me explain you here. So in HTML we can use the command like this. For the command, you can say command and you can press command slash here like this. Okay, so inside that we can write every code we want, so that will not be executed. Let's say order list ORDER order list will be 1.apple 2.oinge orange. So this is order list. So an order list is like dot. It's like dot, or you know, any format we can have like apple and the orange. So there is no number, so we call an order list. The short form in HTML is like very simple. For the order list, we use the OL tag. For the order list, we use the UL tag. So by using that, we can create the navigation link. Okay, so let's do it. I will delete that, and then inside it, I will say UL. So this is order list. Inside it, we will say every UL and OL, they have their child links. We call links. So this is when I hover, you will see that align element represent a links item. Okay, so if this parent element is an ON order list or UN an order list or main element, then the element is an item of this parent elements list. That's why align cannot be stand alone. So it needs at least parent tag. So the list item has no defined list related relationship to any other align element. Okay, so I will write the first our home. Let's say HOME home. So you will see the home here, and then I will copy. And for copy, you can in the shortcut Command C. Okay, after that Command V. So now our code is not formatted. So what you can do is like format document here using the prettier extension. Perfect. And then we will say here above, ABOUD above. Okay, after that I will create another one, services, as here we can see as services, and then I will write another one, contact, 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 and another one, media, media, and then another one say info. So I will format after that like this. Okay, perfect. And then we'll delete. So we have our navigation link, home, about, service, contact, media, and info. So right now we will move into the main area. In the main area, I will write the first. We have to write the like I said in HTML5, it's introduced about the session, article, and footer. So for the session, we will use the session because we can say like every navigation is a session. So home is a session, about is a session. Like we divided with the session by each UI, okay, by each segmentation. So something like this. So perfect. I will create the session SE. So we have session tag. Inside session tag, I will say for the here like home is a H2 heading 2 with the heading 2. So we will introduce now heading 2. So we will say home. So this will be our home title. And then after that we should have paragraph. So we can say P. So inside it, this is the session of the book. For now, I don't want to write the text like this inside it. I can use the extension called Lorem, Lorem, yes, Lorem. So that Lorem pack extension, after you install it, I will show you here. After you install it, you have to type like command shift B or control shift B in order to use that extension. So for now, I will minimize it and then close it. As it said, I will type like this, and I will type the like this and Lorem. So inside a paragraph or inside a line. For in our case, we want to insert a paragraph. So that insert a paragraph for app. So we don't need to write a lot of code in here. I mean a lot of text. Then I will show you the after P, I will show you the introduce another one, which is called this line is called HR. So in the HTML, we can devise the using the HR element like paragraph label, like breaking the session like this. Okay, perfect. So it will break the session from another session. And then I will introduce you about the another one, which is another session called about. Okay, so about. So we will write the session, and then inside that session, I will tell the I will announce another heading. It will be ABOUT about. So we have about heading as well as like we do in the home. We should have the paragraph, but I would like to introduce another thing like image tag. So that image tag is, we can say, in the short form img in the HTML. So it have another one attribute. I will say I will explain you here. So in the image, like we have like embedded alternative tab as well. So here is the so like that src attribute is telling the image tag where to find the image in the folder or in the URL. So that order that attribute is, if it is that source is not work, we will show the text. So it is like packet plan. Okay, so we have to put the image. Like we can create the image here. Let's create the image. Okay, let's add the image here. So I have the image, this one. So I will drag that image into the HTML folder we are working. So here, so this one, it will be here. So I will rename the image, and image will be like DOG. Okay, so that DOG JPG image is at the same level of our current HTML folder. So I can reuse that, like using the domain the current level and the select. After that, you will see the image. So after it, you will see the image, which is really big. So we can see what we can do is in HTML, you can define the image using the width. That width will be like 200 pixel. So it's make the image look small. That's perfect. And then we will say P, another P inside P, we will use the lorem, like I said, inside a paragraph or inside a line. So we will inside a paragraph under the image. Perfect. So we got our image, and then let's go back and okay. So this is the mission, vision, and value. Another order list, another an order list inside the session, above session. So we will create the UL. Yes, you're right. We have to write with the UL, and then we will write with the LI. So we will say MISSION mission, and we will duplicate that 3 item. This will be VISION vision, and then this will be VLUES value. So that will be create the another an order list. Perfect. So right now in every session, let's make a comment in HTML. Like I said, you can do the COMMEND comment using the like this, like so here like this. Okay, so this is the comment structure. To do the comment, you can type with the comment \. So in here, let's say this is home session. Okay, and then I will say this one will be above SECDI1 session. So by using the comment, this is for the another developer. When another developer read your code, he can understand what is that code for, and he can work on it. This is really nice and good habit to have as a developer, to make your code readable and understandable for the another developer to maintain. Okay, perfect. So after that, I will create another session comment. This one will be service. Okay, service session with form. So at this time, we will write the form. Here we have form. Okay, so we will write that one. So session tag, inside the session tag, I will say right now I will create the heading. So every session will have heading. Let's say our service. So this will be our service heading. Then I will create another P. So inside P, we will create the lorem. So inside a paragraph. Then after that, I will create under the P tag form. So in HTML we have form. So every form, they have action. What is the action attribute mean? That action attribute is trying to communicate with the server. When you send something like typing, like communicating with the organization, you may send the email through the form, and you type your name, you type your email, and you type the reason why you are communicating. Then these data need to be sent to the server. Like every web development, we have the front end and the back end. Therefore, that form is presenting the visually in the front end. Then when you click submit, that will make the action work closely with the server. Then the data will be saved and shown to the people from the another side. So that is pretty much about the form action. So for the method, there is a method attribute. So for the form, we may have like get or post, something, that kinds of network request method we call. Post is like sending the data to the server. Okay, perfect. And then I will introduce you about the FIELD tag. So let's look at the documentation here. FIELD. So it is like a kind of group related form elements. Okay, so grouping the form element, let's look at the here and FI. So FIELD. So that FIELD tag, like I said, it's, for example, we have the label and import. That label let's say label and label, and the label will be name and name, and then we should have the in the label we should have the 4 element. So that's for main like name. Okay, so something like this. And the after that we may have input. That input is actually input file, as you see here, actually input file. So like in the feed set is that line or border. If I delete that feed set, you may not see the border here. Border is removed. So that feed set is like, you know, group in the found elements inside it. Okay, let's go into the input, and the input is type it test. That attribute input we define test or email or number, or so, you know, it's pretty much about the for the number you will see here like 1 2 3 4 5. So we can define the type for each input. So here we will say test. Perfect. And then we will say name will be name. Require, by doing a require attribute, it will be validate for us. If user skip that form, it will say no, you can't skip that form, you need to fade that form. Okay, something like this. Perfect. And then I want to warp with that using the another tag called define a caption for the feed set. Okay, so another file for the let me show you here, that contact form. So that contact form right now we only have plain square, you know, square. So we want to have the title like this. So we can say with the legend, legend. That legend tag will write like CONTACT contact form. As you see here, that contact form has been written through that feed set. Perfect. So I will write another one will be before we write another one, we can say breaking line BR. So BR has no closing tag. Okay, so that will break the line for you. And then another one will be label also. This time we will use the for email, and then email. So perfect. And then we will say input. That input will be type will be email. So if a user is typing without, you know, share, it will complain that user, no, you have to type with the share because this is email type. So this nice, it will be validating for us. Perfect. And then I will say name will be email, and we will say require as well, required. Perfect. And we will add the another one BR, so it will break the line. And label, this time label for MESSAGE. And then I will say text area. That text area will be present about the let me check. Yes, and the text area name will be MESSAGE. We can say it's also require. Okay, so label text area MESSAGE, we should put the like this, and then we will say BR tag as well here. After that, I will add the another attribute called button, another tag called button. In HTML, we can have the button tag as well. So it will be have like sent value inside the tag, and type will be submit. So by using that button, it will tell the form, hey, I am sending, so make the action to the server, and the request will be post. So perfect. So we will do like this. Okay, and this is pretty much about the contact form. Let me check. Yeah, so for the another session, we will go info session. Okay, under that I will say session. So inside that session, we will have the heading as well. So before we do that, I will make a comment to be readable for another developer of our code. And this is session with an article, article and ASID aside. So I will format the code again. So as you see, we have a information heading. So let's create the heading. Inside the session, yes, we will use h2 info and media information. So after that, we will create the article. Here I will introduce you article. Like I said, in HTML5 we have article 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 tag. Perfect. So I will use that article. So now you are studying HTML tag almost everything nearly. So that article, inside the article, we can write the h3 or different kinds of tag, because it's kind of article wrapped up together, like heading, paragraph, image, or so on. So inside here we will say article article title. Title. So article title. Article title. Perfect. So here article title is there. Then I will say p. So for the p, we will generate with the lorem. So inside a paragraph, and then I will go under the p, and I will say another p. So in that p, I will import also lorem. So that paragraph we can in the HTML like block label tag and the inline label tag. That p is block label tag. When you write another p under the p, it will break the entire line. Here as you see, it break from the first p that we call block label element tag. But if you write the inside the p paragraph like ABBR, so that abbreviation is like a let's say HTML. You will see the HTML here. Then inside that we will say title title attribute hyper hyper hypertext markup language. So when you here when you see that will have the dot underline for the upper, that is we call the here define an abbreviation or acronym. So this is like I can say inline element tag, inline tag of HTML. So it will not break the another paragraph. As you see, it is working in line with the paragraph test. So something we call, so you learn about another thing. And we also have the another tag, inline tag. I will show you another inline tag. For example, in here, let's say this is CITE site. That CITE element represent a creative work. For example, creative work like person, people, or organization. Someone who paint that painting. Someone who build that building. Like that building is unique and historical and something, that kinds of creative work. We can use that like HTML, SPECI, FICD, and sophistication. So by doing that, you will see it's like a italic style. So we call that. And then I will create the another tag under the p. So I will introduce you another tag. In HTML we have pre tag. So I will explain you what is pre tag is. So in the pre, so pre, that pre tag, it's like or code, we can say one of these display a pre-formatted text or code. Let's say when you are writing a website about the technology tutorial website, at this time you want to show the coding with the article. At this time you can use that tag. Let's say inside the pre, we will use the code, and then each tag has is the closing and opening tag, so we will format again. Okay, so inside the code I would say console console.log. So that console.log is JavaScript written style hello slab world. So if you write, as you see, this is the okay, we have to close with that. Okay, I will format again. So so this is the code here. As you see, it's like Code's format style. For example, let me check in here. Yeah, as you see, so yeah, this is pretty much about the coding. Like, let's say inside it here we will have HTML again, so that HTML has its closing tag, and then inside that we will have the h1. So let's say h1, this is h1, and then you may see that HTML code is working again inside that coding. So this is pretty much about the code tag. So I will leave it like that. And the under the pre, so we will write another tag. I will introduce you about the so another inline tag. We have definition here. Like, here is the defini definition of, and then I will introduce the inline dfn. So dfn element represent the definition instead of a term. Let's say a paragraph, description, list of group, or section. There's the nearest center of the definition element, like define element, like we use here. Let's say HTML. So in here, as you see, here is the definition of HTML. It is like italics as well, the format style is. So yeah, this is also useful to know. It's good to know. And another one I may introduce you is BDI. So what is BDI? In the HTML tag we have BDI. So this is a piece of that may be formatted in different direction. Let's say in every language they have left to right, and some of the languages they have right to left. So that's why HTML introduced the tag BDI. Okay, so that BDI, that being said, we will write the BDI like, okay, inside the P, and then I will create another BDI tag BDI. So that BDI is called bidirectional text formatting. This is the long form, bidirectional text formatting, BDI. Then inside BDI, I will write the so right now I wrote the Hebrew language, which is right to left. So this is the Hebrew language from an English and HTML DOC. So yeah, that is pretty much about the BDI tag. And another one I would like to introduce is, beside the article, we will have the aside. In HTML, we have the aside tag. That aside tag is represent the page, like content that is related to that content around the aside element. Let's look at the UI here. So when you go there, you will see the related link. This related link is represent along with the article title you are reading. For example, you are reading like cooking article about how to cook a spaghetti. Then after that, it will be showing the related article of cooking with the spaghetti or something like this. So this is we call aside in HTML. So in that aside tag, we can say like h3 RELATED related article or ARTICLE related article, and then I will say another P, and we will add the Lauren inside line. Okay, so under that paragraph, I will create the UL, and then I will create Lee. Inside that list, I will create the introduce you the a tag. That is very useful. A lot of programming they use a tag a lot. So that a tag has the href attribute. What is that? It is like when you want to create the link, it will create the link for you. So for example here, so when you click, it is like link as you see under here. Let's say here www.google.com. So it will be creating a link for google.com. You cannot type here. For example, you can say target. So target will be blank. So it will create a target blank. And then when you create the, let's say we cannot say www. Start with https://www. So it recognizes this is the entire another website. So if I click, it will open the new tag and the google.com. So if I remove that blank and the target, so it will be opening that google.com at the same tag. Here is remove our website. So it's about the a tag and the another link to sorry, I should write the list here under another. So this will be link to. So this will be, we are going to right now FACEBOOK. Okay, perfect. So that link to will go into facebook.com. So perfect. And another one with the session with the video. Okay, so we will create the session with the video under that session. So we can comment now SECDION with a video. With a video, it is very simple. For the video, HTML introduce the video tag. I will show you video. So that video is embed the video content. It is very simple. Like we will have the video tag here. So first thing first, we will create the session. Okay, session SECTION session. So that session will have the H2 as well. So we will say media and media A. So that media, under that we will create video, video, video. Perfect. And then that video tag, okay, enter the that video tag. Here we will not see anything because there is no source. So we have to tell which source are represented in that video tag. That's why we have to create the source tag. That source tag is inline element tag. That's why there is no closing, and we can say src. And then inside it, I will introduce you the fetching the video from the internet. So this is the link, video. Okay, open video in new tag. So this is the link that we will grab from w3school.com HTML mov underscore bbb.mp4. Okay, so you can also study the HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and other languages in W3 School, which is really nice website. I mentioned you, and also I will mention in my YouTube description. So here inside that we will grab that link. So by doing that, you cannot click anything, because you need in the video, you need in the control, control. So that control is working for you. So if you add that control, there will be, controlling the play button, sound button, and go to the entire video frame button, and so on. So you can even download PlaySpeed. So these are the automatically written for you from HTML. So you can click and start playing the video. So you just need control. And also you can define the width, height, like image, like in video we can have width, for example 20. So it will be really small for you, maybe 600. So yeah, it's perfect. So you can define your width, height, control. That is about the video tag. And what else? We will study about the yeah, so we will study about the another thing, sending email, right? I think it is after that. No, sending email, we will say detail. Okay, detail. Okay, we will write the detail session here. I wanted to introduce another tag as well. So detail session. Okay, so that session, we will create another one. Inside that session, we will have the h2 as well. So we will say detils, detail, and dl. So that's dl. What is that dl? So in HTML we have the element, like it's an association list of like 0 or more name value group. We can call description list, which is short form DL. So description list. That description list can have like DT inside it. Let me go like this, and then DT. So what is that DT? Like it is also description list, D and element. So we can say this is like description list, and this is like description like represent the term. Okay, so description term, a part of term description group. So let's write, for example, HTML. So you may see the HTML, and then I will write the another DD, which is not DD. This time we will say DD. So what is DD? The DD element represent the definition of value of that description list, a part of description list also. So this is the tag, very rare to use, but it's nice to know. So inside here I would say a MARK UB LENGUAG for CREAT and creating web page. So perfect. So as you see, HTML and markup language. So that DD is that index is go further than the HTML. So and then I will create another yeah, that's pretty much about it for the tag. And then after the tag I will create the P. P. So that P we will say download, PROGRESS, just showing you the tag. And we have in HTML progress. That progress is PROGRESS. PROGRESS. So that progress is when you download the image or when you download the video. If you want to show the progress animation, you can use that progress. So in that progress, we can define the percentage, like for example 70% is finished, or 80% is finished, something like this. And then we can have the value, value of 70%, and the maximum will be max maximum will be 100. So every download we have the maximum 100, and the value will be 70. By doing that, your now your downloading progress is 70% and the total is 100. So for example, you can say 10%, so it will go here. So you can control that value from the programming. With the programming, we will study about programming later on. That's why I want you to subscribe my channel to know the latest video I am going to teach you. Soon I will teach you about the programming languages, how we can interact with the front-end HTML website. So that will be very useful for you. Okay, perfect. And I will create another one, contact information. So we are nearly to finish. So that session will be C1. Let me session with a table. So now we will study about the table in HTML. I will create the session as well here. So session and h2 contact information. So that contact information, under that we will have the in HTML we have the address. So address tag, address. That address tag is especially used for the of course address. So we can create the here 2455 example example at example ROAD road, and then we will say example city example example code and blah blah. So as you see, this is the address format style with the bold, with the italic format. So this is pretty much about the address tag. And then you can tell under here you can tell something like p tag again, and then c1 tscd contact add. So inside it we will add the a tag again. So you can you can play around with the HTML tag inside the tag. So a, like inside the a tag, I will say info at example example.com. So right now you cannot click or anything because we need attribute for the a tag href. So that href will make a link for you here. As you see, it changed. So and then we'll say mail to. We have that mail to inside the href, and then we can add the value which email example.com you want to send. Okay, if I click here, it will be opening the mail for you. So pretty much about it, and don't save. So this is sending the email in HTML, and then we will create the table under the address. I will create the table. For the table we have table tag, and then in here every table have we can create table header and table body. So for the table head we can say head. So inside t hash we have tr. So every, like, imagine in here like in here when you select like this, you have the table sign like this, but we cannot see the table in HTML itself. We need to see visually using CSS. That's why we need to study CSS. HTML itself has just showing the information on the plain screens. So yep, and the tr, that tr inside the table row, tr means table row. Here I will show you. This is like a table row of a cell. Okay, so table row. Then inside table row you will have th. So that's th will be type, and then another th will be detail. So as you see, type table row 1, table row 2. So something like this. Type will be here phone, and the another type will be email, and the the value will be that. So this table, this is one row, this is another row. So like this. Perfect. I will show you with the visualize. So here we will draw the table. Okay, so like this. So this is the table. Here I will show with the for example, let's say, oops, okay, let's say we have the table here, like this is the one row and this is the divider between these two table, and this is another row. Oops, this is the one row. Okay, this is like a table, you know. So like this is table header and the one row, two row. So this is pretty much about the table. In order to see visually like this, you have to use, of course, CSS. Right now, we don't have CSS. That's why we cannot see this time. So no problem. We were studying about the HTML tag. So yeah. So after that, we will have T body enter the T head. So we can write T body, and then inside T body we will have TR. So table row. Every table has table row. Inside table row we will have TD. So that TD will be working for the table. TD means table data. PHONE phone. So that table row has its table data is POM, and for the TD, that's TH. We should have the TD, another TD also. So I will say plus 1 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2 2. So just a, you know, yeah. So just a example and type DD. Yeah, that is pretty much about the T body, and we will have at least after that footer. So that footer, we will say P inside P. So for the copy, we can write the add copy copy. So that will create the add comma share. I mean not add comma share, add copyright icon, and then 2024 EHANCED SIMPLE symbol web page dot all right RIGHTL RESERVED. So this is pretty much about the footer. So when we go to the top, so when we click here, we want to go in each section. So how can we do? In HTML, we have the attribute, another attribute called I would say in here, like in every list, we can define with the A. So that A tag can represent the link inside the page or outside the page. So I will create the a link here as well. So A. So inside A, I will move the home between A tag. So this is becoming a clickable A tag. So inside A, I will say shared home. So that shared home represent link. Okay. So if I add the in the session home, I would say ID home. So that ID home is related with that home. So it is a link now. So if I click, so as you see, it's go into the home. Like this, we have to do the about as well. So I will create the A and the hash ABOUD about. Inside A, I will create about. So we will be doing the same thing like any other thing. Services. Oops. Contact media hash media A and media and the A hash info. So yes, so we have to link the ID the same name with the each link. So for this session, I will say ID equal to about. So it is now linked, and this one will be service ID VNC service. So that ID attribute is unique in the whole document. You cannot be duplicated. It's very important. Okay, so and the another session ID, this will be info, so I will minimize like this, and this will be ID media, and this one will be we have the media. Yes, this one will be ID info, session with article. No, this session yeah, so this detail will be contact. Here is contact ID contact. So do we have contact media, and do we have media? Yes, media. So if I go here, if I click about, yeah, it's go about service, CFVNCS services, CFVNCS. Here, yes. So if the name is not matched, it will not go services. Services. Yeah, and then article and so on. So I hope you learned something at the end of this video right now. So it is pretty much all about the HTML that you should know before you start typing into the CSS and JavaScript. And we will host that project in the GitHub. In order to host, you have to install the Git. So I will install on Linux, and this is installed on Git. There are several ways to install Git on Mac OS. The easiest is to install Xcode command line 2. So above this, you can get the Git version. So after you install Xcode command line 2, the Git is already there. Okay, so if you don't have it installed already yet, you can install it like here. Okay, so for me, I have already installed with the Xcode command line 2. If you install that already there, so you can install like brew install Git. So and then after that, let me go and open the terminal and brew install Git. Yeah, so it will install a Git for you. So if you don't have Mapboard, you can also install install sudo port install Git. Like you have like two options, I think. For one, like you can choose one of the following option to install Git. Yeah, so if you have Homebrew, you can install using Homebrew. If you have Mapboard, you can install using that command. It's very easy. You just have to open the terminal like this, and then you just install like this. For me, I use that item, but in your case, you can use the terminal, the built-in terminal in here. It's the same thing. You just paste the command and you are good to go. So so you have to open the Git account as well. So you go to the github.com and open one account, register there. And so now we will create the Git repo. So go to the github.com and then new repo, and we'll say HTML tag, HTML tags. So we will say public, because if you don't make your repo public, you cannot host your project. So let's create the repo, and then this is the command for the newly created repo. So this is adding the readme file that repo, but for it we want to add our own file, so we will initiate using that command git init. So I will go back to the project folder here. So here you can open the terminal, like new terminal, then it will open the terminal for you. In here I will paste the git init. So it will initiate a Git repo here. It became green. So we have Git folder here. If you want to see the Git repo, I will show you, like cd main, go to the directory and then .git. As you see, we are now in the .git directory. So then I will say ls mean we are looking the other file, okay, list the file. So you will see these files are under our current folder. So I will go back cd main. We will go back to the HTML folder. So this is studying about the command line. And here after git init, you can add git add. Instead of readme file, I will add git add and then domain the entire file. So we have added all the file index.html and the picture. And then I will say git commit -m. We'll copy that. Instead of committing first commit, I will say add HTML project, like this. Okay, so you have added the project to the git, okay, like .jpg and index.html. These two files will go back and we will create the git branch -main -m. So it means that we are creating the git branch. Okay, so now we have our branch main, and then this is the remote URL. You are going to have the URL in git. So we have HTML tag. Then I will add in here. So now we almost finished, and then git push original main. So we will allow, we will allow with the password. Perfect. So it will be adding to the git repo here. But you have, in your case, if you don't have git, you have to wait until you finish. For me, I already have, and that's why. But this is for demonstration to know how you can install git. For now, I will close, and we will come here and refresh. As you see, our local project is going to the GitHub repo .jpg and index.html. So here you go to the setting. So this is optional part, you don't need to, but if you want to learn, you can keep going. And the page, after that, you can host. So this one main, and then you say save. After that, it will find the root directory. There is a index.html, so it already know that. In the action, you will see page build and deploy. So it's building, you just need to wait. Okay, perfect. So our project is hosted in that URL. When you click, that URL is accessible from anywhere. So you can access that URL. Perfect. So in the GitHub and everything has been finished, but we need to do one more thing. It should be good before we push into the Git. We will go into the W3C HTML validator in order to validate our HTML file, which is correct or not. So I will choose the file index.html in our case. Then I will check. So this is just a warning because we use lorem, so it is not a problem. It's giving me a warning to use the ZX language. For the error, yes, we have a lot of error. It's in line 109 colon 21. So in HTML, string start tag. So we cannot start tag like this. So I show a example to you about like this, but we will delete that and we will say console console console.log hi. So that's perfect. Now we fix that error. Then it's telling us that the input, the input fee here, the value for the for attribute of the label element must be the ID of NaN hidden found control. So we have to add the ID for each value. That's why he mentioned ID of A. Okay, so in HTML we can add the ID in input as an attribute. ID will be name, and this one ID will be email, and this one ID will be MESSAGE message. So that should be good, and we will validate again. I will choose fine, HTML, check. So boom, everything is fine now. We just have that one in. If you want to remove that one in, you can do like it's mentioned set XX. So let me check again. Choose fine, check. Perfect, everything is perfect, completed, no error, no warning to show. So that is pretty much about the validating your HTML and everything. So if you want to study more about CSS, JavaScript and HTML in 2 hours, I have made that tutorial already in my channel, and you go and check, make sure there, and see you in the next video. Thank you guys.